item pairs. No one's on there yet, so that's perfect. So let's do that. Cancel. Really struggling with glare. That's plenty. Welcome. Hi, Ruru. Thank you for joining. I got on a little early because I'm using a tablet for the first time and I'm not really, I think I have it figured out. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but looking forward to getting to show everybody what we have on here. I'm going to do a scan, of course, so everybody can see what's on here. It's Christmas time, so it's exciting. I'm traveling for Christmas this year. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We're experiencing an atmospheric river, and I live tiny, so you can hear the rain just pouring on my little 30-foot home. Yeah. So glad you joined. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. I started a little earlier, pairing my tablet for the first time with a to make it easier, I think, to run the auctions. This is my third auction, so I'm not sure. We'll see how well it goes, right? Listening to, I was trying to play Christmas music, like everybody plays that background music, but it drives me crazy. I don't know if that kind of background music drives people crazy when they're watching the auctions. I'm not sure, but it was just like totally distracting. So I had to stop. Hi, Candy Andy 101. Thank you for joining. Hi, guys. It is right at 5 o'clock. I'm going to just say hello quickly, and then I'm going to do a scan of what I have. And then we're going to just start looking at listings and see what everybody likes. I'm starting with dollar starts. I have a lot of stuff. Christmas is going to be pretty soon, and we want to get things shipped out as soon as possible. So some things we want to make sure things make it to people on time. So depending on the area you live in, you never know, right? So we want to make sure everybody's covered. And we're almost at 5 o'clock on the nose. My microwave says 5 o'clock, but Whatnot says it's 4:59. So I'll get this started for scanning. So I think you can switch the camera. All right. So just to start, this is what I have from a distance. I've got a lot of ornaments. Welcome to check my shop. I think I have about 35, 40 ornaments. I've got these little nice pieces. And then, of course, here is my Disney ornaments. And those are numbered, of course. The set of 4. Some really cool cheese spreaders. I actually have a left-handed cheese spreader, which is really cool. Ornaments. Got some Nordic ware, brand new. I've never used it. And then, of course, a Advent candle holder, a Hanukkah platter for a Seder. Got the cups. An Indiana milk glass container. Those bottle brush trees just make everything look great. Got the bakeware. Some crystalware. All pretty stuff. And then, of course, got some of those really nice old ornaments, the jeweled up ornaments that were made with pins. Got a Fitz and Floyd musical Santa Claus. And of course, all the other Christmas goodies that people like. Boys and Bears, some brooch pins. And then, of course, we're going to run some jewelry through. I've got a lot of extra brooch pins here as well. And then, of course, just really nice, some art prints. Again, another bottle brush tree, some antique pieces or vintage pieces. And then, of course, we've got this jacket. This new jacket. It's like a racing style jacket. Then a nice vintage antique cookie press. And then, of course, more spreaders. These are, you know, party time, summertime spreaders. And some antiques. Antique toys, some ephemera. Old pieces. Really nice, really old lipstick holder. And of course, that racing jacket's fun. Brand new, never worn. And then don't forget Christmas, of course. We have all of the Christmas items. Harry Potter, I think. Yeah, Hogwarts. I've never seen that show, so I don't. There we go. Look at that. And I'm just going to go, and I'm going to limit this to an hour, and then I'm going to rate another show. But that's good. All right. Let me switch it around. How is everybody tonight? I live tiny, so it's working out an organization system where we can do these quickly, and when you do it by yourself especially, it is my new challenge, but it can be done. People do it all the time, watching a ton, lots of YouTube channels that offer tips on how to sell and whatnot. I thought that was pretty cool. So look at the shop. These are the items I have here as well. There you go. And I'm going to start out with the first one, and that's going to be my little Mr. Santa Claus. This is my handsome little guy. This is a Kurt Sadler piece, Santa Claus. He's kind of narrow, so he fits on a mantle probably with other items to create a like a collection or to create a setting. You know how people like to do groupings. He's really cool. And he is going to start at $1. Here we go. I don't know why that I pushed the 10 seconds. I don't know why that went to 25. That's terrible. 25 seconds is too long. Does anybody know why it might jump to the 25-second if I choose a 10-second run? Anybody that's done these before? Well, we'll let it run out and we'll take a look real quick at the next listing. All right. Thanks for looking. All righty. So let's see. I'll go to some new pieces I have. I've got the Disney is really cool. I've got an angel. I'm doing these because I want to make sure this is 10 seconds. Counter bid time when the auction is less than 10 seconds remaining. How do I change it to 10 seconds? Ah, I found it. Okay. So here we go. So this is my resin angel. She's pretty. Got some beautiful resin. It's got a nice felt bottom. She's all set to stand anywhere. You know, she doesn't have to be a holiday. She's got that little bit of ivy running up and up through here, but she's just a really attractive piece regardless for somebody who collects angels. I'm going to run that at 10 seconds. There we go. That makes more sense. So resin angel, thank you for joining. Awesome. Okay. Thanks for looking. Awesome. So whoever is listing these, if they know, we've been putting them up under the buy now. If it's better to list them as an auction item, I don't know how that impacts the time that it takes to run something, because I'm just thinking it's crazy if it's running. So here's my little Russ & Co. snowman. He's a cutie patootie. And decor might not be as super, super cool, but he's a 1990s Russ & Co. vintage glittery snowman. Yeah, he's a cute guy. So I'm going to start the auction for him now, running him at 10 seconds. He's looking really good. He's not a true white. He's kind of an off-white, which I think is pretty amazing. All right, thanks for looking. Awesome. All righty. Now, our next one is the music box. It's a two-hander here. This is a really pretty piece. Porcelain. And it is a Melodies of Christmas, O Come All You Faithful. It's Heritage House, 1991. Crafted in Japan. Mint condition. No damage, no wear, no flea bites. The paint, everything, the artwork is incredible right here. Okay. And then, of course, you can have it quiet. And then when you want to play it, so we're going to run that. Going to pin that and run that for 10 seconds. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for joining. And of course, you can just turn it off. And then it doesn't play anymore. This is a beautiful gift. And this is by Heritage House. All right. Thanks for looking. All right. So our next item is it's a Mikasa Noel ornament. You know what? I'm going to do the dollar ones first. See there, Mikasa. Okay. This one is starting at $2. This is an actual Mikasa crystal ornament. It's in the box. There we go. There we go. Have to just set that up as run as auction. And there we go. I'm going to add some more light here. I struggle with glare, so I've been hiding from this ring light I have. It's been driving me nuts, but there we go. It's in the box. So it's a beautiful gift. Take it out of the box for you. Of course, got the etched piece on the back, and this is the front. And if you're to hang this on the tree and the lights behind it, of course, that'll cast through and you'll see all that pretty flickering. And with the way the bevels are, it'll actually create a lot of refraction, and it'll just look like it's glowing all the time in the tree or in a window, however you want to do it, right? So we're going to let this one go. We're going to go ahead and start. This one we're starting at $2. All right. So $2. It's a beautiful piece. I remember when everybody would go to Dillard's and Macy's, and Mikasa was what everybody wanted. Thanks for looking, guys. Appreciate it. All right. All righty. So the next piece I have for Christmas is it's a Kurt S. Adler pink ornaments. It's a 5-piece set. And it's a 5-piece set because somebody stole one. I think one of my kids stole it when, whatever, that's what they do. And now they're adults and no one will fess up because that's how they roll, unfortunately. All right, so here we go. This is a Kurt S. Adler. They're pink ornaments. The whole set, it's 5 pieces for $3. Still in its box, but it's a real pretty, they're just really classy. They're a really soft pink here, okay? Almost not quite a baby pink, but very soft, like really shimmery. They're light. so they won't hang on. You know, a lot of trees these days, the branches can get a little bit on the heavy side. And this is a 5-piece set because I don't have the 6-piece, but the whole box is going. I'm just going to start at $3 for this one. I just think it's a really pretty addition. If you like a colored theme on your tree and you need to fill in some gaps that you're not sure, this is a good way to do that. And so $3 for the entire box of 5. It's just really pretty. See, there's a little, they've been aging right there. Thanks for looking. Thanks for looking. All right. When things sit in storage, I think no matter how much blue paper you put on them, we used to wrap wedding dresses and that stuff, keep them from getting icky. So let's see. Our next one is a stockinette. Actually, it's a vintage stockinette. Old. This is an old piece. And this one we're going to run. Look at her. Isn't she cute? It's a little Raggedy Ann. It's a stockinette. So this is from the 50s, 60s era. This is a stocking made out of like a pantyhose stocking, silk stockings, right? And then, of course, she's got her cute little gingham dress, and she's got her little arms all sitting here. She's got little pretty little slippers on with a little bric-a-brac trim. A lot of hair on this one. This is in good condition. And she just, for those that have a vintage tree, she's going to start at $5. For those of you that collect the stockinettes, the flatsies, and all the older ornaments, she is a perfect addition for the Raggedy Ann. I think she's just need to use a curling iron or something. I would use a light heat to pull that forward so it doesn't stay back all the time, but she's cute. All right. Thanks for looking. So now we've got these vintage ornaments. I remember back in the 70s when these were just a huge thing that people wanted to make. Okay. And not everybody was talented. Some of them were pretty ugly, I gotta tell you. But most of them turned out absolutely gorgeous. I have 5 of these. They're made of that. It's like the silk strands. And then they would take these pins and build these embellished patterns on them. See the bottom there? Very elegant for people who love that elegance on their tree. See each batch of pins here. So these are vintage. So we're gonna start these at $5. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining. Just these beautiful, this is a satin bell-shaped Christmas ornament. Okay, we're gonna skip over those and go to the next color scheme I have. I know some people have gotten in the shop, marked one of them, they are following them, so I just don't wanna miss out on an opportunity there for people to see it, which is great. Okay. All right. This is a fun piece. This does not have a hook on it. You can run the hook through the bow like this. This has tons of those pins on them. Let's see if I get the light on a little more, try to see it a little better. Just tons of those pins all around. So it's well made. This is just not coming apart anytime soon. The top has a beautiful poinsettia with your ribbon. And we're going to start this one. We're going to start at $5. This is another vintage piece. These were made in the 70s. Somebody very talented did these. Very talented. Nice vintage pinned ornaments. Time consuming. You had to have patience. Congratulations. TT loves vintage. Excellent win there. That's an excellent, excellent piece. All right. So now I'm going to rerun the cream colored ones too, because you weren't on when I ran that one. So I have a few vintage pieces. I'm going to first run my Raggedy Ann stockinette. She's cute. And she's got her little gingham dress, her little bell, cute little slipper shoes, things like that. And she is an oldie but a goodie. She's got the stocking face stitching. This is in really good condition, lots of hair. And of course, she just hangs ever so prettily. So we're going to start her. $5. She's a good little girl. I have more of the pinned ornaments too. I have the white with the gold, and then of course I have another one. All right, thanks for looking at that. So here's the gold one that I was showing earlier. And this is the old vintage 70s, the pinned ornaments. There you go. Good job. Yes, it's yours. It's yours. I have 5 of these. So I'm going to just go through those and show them each one so everybody can see them. There we go. There's another one. This one is missing a pin right there. I want everybody to know exactly what's on the ornament that they're getting. Of course, it has the pearl on top. Here you got that really pretty pearl. And then the bottom is really ornate as well with the amber bead. You run that. It's going to go 10 seconds. All right. Great. Okay, we're going to look at the red and white one now. Super fancy. These are fancy schmancy. Let me pull that up for you. You got it. C23. Pull up C23 for you. You got it. Woohoo! Rocking and rolling here. All right. All righty. So now let's go to the next one. I'm going to show the red and white. I like these. I think it's because I remember watching my aunt make these when I was a little girl in the 70s. Probably wasn't a little girl in the 70s. I was in high school in the 70s, junior high and high school, but all right. All right. This is the red one. Check that out. Isn't that nice? That's a nice piece. Again, the bottom is really ornate. And then the top. Some nice pieces here. Thank you for looking. All right. This is a lot easier when my friend and I do this together, but she lives an hour and a half away, which makes this a lot harder than normal, but that's okay, you know, that's okay. Okay, I have a Fitz and Floyd. He's a musical Santa. And he is in premium condition. He's beautiful. This guy is gorgeous. He's got his knapsack. He's got the green with the gold poinsettia, the little stars that are hanging out, and his pack is full of beautiful goodies. And there we go. Here he is. There isn't a chip on him. This is perfect condition. And of course, it hits the place up on the housetop reindeer paws. This is the Fitz and Floyd mark, and this is the St. Nick. So we have the Fitz and Floyd markings underneath as well. And then this is just like the other music box. This one's for $35. So I'm going to run that. This is a beautiful gift to that, you know, mom, dad, a grandma, people who just collect this old vintage looking stuff, even Fitz and Floyd, if it's their favorite. All right, check it out and turn it off so it doesn't bother us all. Wonderful. Christmas time. Christmas time is here. Yeah, so I sing all the time when I'm at work. I'm always in trouble for it, but I'm a contralto, so I don't sing very high. Either have to harmonize or. All right. These are just $1 start, and these are just cute little ornaments. And it's a set of 4. We've got the snowflake. We've got a second snowflake. No, I have only 2 sets of red push pin ornaments. I had a lot more in the beginning, but somebody went on my store and bought up all the pink ones. I have the red and white and the gold and white, but I've sold the others already. I wish I had more because I think they're amazing. Yeah. When I find them, I get pretty shocked because I don't think people realize how valuable they are. There you go. Look at that. This one here. And then this one here. Thank you for joining. All right, this one. Okay, and it's a set of 4. Again, lightweight, not going to burden your tree with a lot of weight and drag your branches down. Yes, I have 3 red ones that are identical to each other, and then I have 4 white ones, the white and gold that are identical to each other. So I'm going to run the ornaments, the little snowflake collection. Those crystal ornaments, those are going to go. We're starting at $1 for these. There's 4 of them. Got the different shapes. Just to add a little pop. These always fill in gaps in your tree. This is what you want to fill in the gaps in your tree. All right, thanks for looking. So I'm thinking when I do this again, I'm going to need to, oh, somebody got it. Wonderful. I do have a second set of those. We put these aside in their own little spot. They need to be safely sitting in the, because they're going home with somebody. This is the hard part when you do it yourself. You miss who gets stuff and who doesn't. So congratulations. I leave a note in everything I send because I'm a people person and I feel like, you know, I mean, I know this is social and everything we do is social. But I like the human element too. And we did a trivia game at work and they were talking about how handwritten electronic cards are more popular than a handwritten card. I do not agree. I love handwritten cards. So it just kind of bummed me out that people would feel that way. So here's the other set. Again, similar, except for this one has 3 snowflakes and 1 long strand of the pearls here. And these are going to start at $1. Get those going. And we will start that now. There we go. Just sweet little pieces, you know. There we go. Little sparkle to your tree. Add some happiness to it. All right. Thanks for looking, guys. I'm going to sit these down here. We will look at them, revisit them later as other people join on the page, but I want to go through everything first. Finding those push pin ornaments are really challenging. I've been looking for them specifically, even at estate sales. I have not been the most fortunate. I stumbled on these, and it was that a Russian woman's her sister or something had made them, and she kept them, and she just didn't have a tree anymore. She was getting to where she wasn't going to have a tree anymore, so they sold off a lot of her estate to move her into a home. So it's like, bleh. It was sad. All right, so I'm gonna do this. It's a Christopher Radko piece. It's not because it's got bought out. Never mind. It went good. Good. Okay, so we've got some cheese spreaders. We've got some other ornaments. I've got a little Peace and Joy metal ornament. Of course, this little friend is going to go for $1. We need a lot of this in our world right now, don't we? Peace. Peace and joy, light, small tree, pencil tree, towards the top of your tree where you don't have a lot of, you need to fill in a spot. It's really good for that. So I'm going to start that, pin that, turn that around to fit my hand better. There we go. Dollar. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining. Dollar. Takes it home. Okay, thanks for looking. Thank you for looking. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? All right, this is a 1998 House of Lloyd Christmas Around the World candle holder, and I think it's something that would be a collector's item only for people that know specifically what it is, but it is super beautiful. It looks like a pile of snowballs with this draped little scarf or ribbon with rosettes and leaves. This is part of a Christmas theme, and it holds a little candle in it right here. And we're going to auction this one for $3. And it's a 1998 House of Lloyd. So it's about 36 years old. And to be that old, I think it's in pretty good condition, to be honest. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining. I was talking earlier about how Christmas cards are kind of a lost art. You don't get a lot of them anymore. Thanks for looking. And I love Christmas cards. I come from a huge family, and I'm a baby in the family, and I'm in my 60s. So my cousins are my mother's age. They're in their 80s. And my cousin was so excited yesterday because she said, "This is my first Christmas card for the year," and she's living for that. All right, here's a Santa Claus. He's had seen better days, honestly, but this is a spreader. Okay, and that's Boston Warehouse. That's a vintage piece, and he's seen better days, as I said. He's got a little wear on his feet. He's got a little scuffing back here. He's serving up, it looks like, a beverage with a towel behind his back. We're going to auction him for $1. And here we go. A little spreader boy. Santa serving the people like he does every year, keeping people happy. Great. Awesome. I'll pull this off because somebody bought that one. All right. So I have more spreaders. I have one that is a snowman. I have several snowmen. And he's in good condition. He looks great. He's got like spots on him, like somebody's pelted him with snowballs. He does have no scuffing. He's good. He's got his broom. So he's $1. We're gonna let him go for $1 as well, because they need a home. They need to help people's food taste good this Christmas, right? Yep. I'd have more space for stuff, and I'm gonna eventually be putting shelves up here, but my home is 30 feet long. So living tiny and figuring out like a way to do this in like a studio format is my new challenge, but it's kind of it's kind of exciting because it's something I can do for the year and take on something bold, that we might not always get a chance to do. All right. Okay. I am going to pull up. I have more spreaders like that in my shop. They all start at $2. I'm going to buy it now at $2. I have a vintage hand painted Oriental drummer boy, and I'm going to run him. He's a handsome guy. We're going to start at $1 with him, and I'm holding it so bell doesn't ring as much. But when you pick him up and hold him directly, he's cute. And it's a little drummer boy. He's in really good condition. He just hangs there like he should on the tree, right? So I'm going to start at $1 with him. He's a good guy here. Oh, okay. There are a lot of people. There's a lot of holiday decor going to be pushing out, and I think it's because we have we're good. Shipping is crazy right now. Okay, here's a really cool piece. This is my vintage angel ornament. it is a foldable ornament. She folds up, and you don't, so it's like this, and this opens up. You have an angel, and she's really elaborate and beautiful. And then there is a hook at the top of her head. This is a heavy piece. So this would have to be on like a tree that's probably on the heavier branches of your tree. But there she is. I don't have anything hanging her with, but this is what she is. And of course, she can fold up like that. So we're gonna start off with her, and here we go. She starts at $1. She's a good girl. She looks that beautiful dress. I like that draping and that folding, kind of like a little more traditional. Awesome. Thanks for looking. All right. So I have an angel. This is a House of Lloyd angel bell. And it's actually the crystal is what it's a crystal ball at the bottom that does the actual ringing. I'll let you see her a little better here. Your letter started at $1 as well. Beautiful crystal base. That's the bell itself. And then, of course, she's got her dress on and her wings. Excellent condition. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to run her real quick. There we go. She's pretty. All right. Thanks for looking. All right. I have a Harry Potter Yule Ball etched glass commemorative plate. And I'm going to let you see this one. I don't know why I'm worried about that, even doing that like that, because I don't see it like that. Okay. Talking to myself. The chaos of living tiny. You start talking to yourself. Harry Potter. This is a Yule Ball. And it says here Beauxbatons, Hogwarts, Durmstrang. Yule Ball, and it's the Ministry of Magic. And this, we're going to start at $1. That ring light is my challenge because you got to get the angle so you can see it without it. There we go. I think we don't have too much glare. So I'm going to run this. There we go. Harry Potter, Yule Ball. Yep. Pretty cool. Thank you for looking. All right. I'm focusing on the Christmas stuff first because I just know that we're trying to ship things out, get things out of here and get to people on time. Don't forget to check the shop. It's a lot. So, all right. I'm going to run these tiny little candle holders. I have them sitting on my little tree display. These are old. I have a set of 3 myself that I bought off of Whatnot, and it was a specific pattern I wanted. So here they are. They're tiny little candle holders right here. They're used. Somebody's had a candle in them, little red candles, because they came with little red candles. So we've got candy canes. This is a whole set. The whole set is part of this one. You got a little Christmas teddy bear, the classic Christmas gift for younger children. Little snowman. Probably could dip these in some warm water and wipe them clean, and that wax will come right off. And then, of course, your classic Christmas tree. Woo woo. There's some wax on there where the little red candles have burned. Santa, Frosty. Yeah, he does. At first, I thought he looked grouchy, but he doesn't. He's good. And then, of course, you have this one here. So this set, I'm going to run, and I'm going to run it start it just at $1. So $1 gets you all 6 pieces. Nice little set. They're made out of a porcelain. They're a UNESCO They're vintage Enesco pieces. Yep. Right here. When I was first listing it, I was trying to list them individually, but I didn't want to do that. I think they're better as a set because they're in groupings. That's how they get. Thanks for looking. Just wanted you to see the rest of them. Down here. Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Merry Christmas. All right, I've got these Boyd and Bears resin brooches. And I'm going to show you all three of them. And you can choose. It's not choice. I have listed in the shop, so I'll run them individually. But if you have a favorite, let me know. We've got the puppies are loving on each other. Got our little snowman. These pins are in excellent shape. These are old. They were a huge hit. I remember at Christmas time we'd pin them with our scarves on our lapels. Always wore pins. And then of course your classic bear with the gold bell wreath. Okay. So these are going to go, we're going to run the first one is going to be the wreath. There we go. He's a handsome guy. He'll look great on any outfit. You can wear him if you're wearing jeans and a nice dress up, a t-shirt, jeans and a jacket with some wedges or some boots. And I am going to drop everything today if I'm not careful. I broke my hand off my arm a year and a half ago, so these two fingers aren't my friends. All right. So we're going to go to the next pin. Santa Claus is coming to town. Checking it twice. All right. Anybody like to bake for the holidays? I have some amazing Nordic. This is brand new. It's in my kitchen section. Yep, this is a neat piece. This was a gift, and I went from a regular. I used to live on 67 acres. I had a horse property and whatnot, but life took a drastic turn, and my it required that I leave. And my husband has since passed away. So now I have gifts that people bought me and all these beautiful things that I never use. I started out not using them because they were sentimental, and now I just live tiny and I don't have a place. I do not have an oven that bakes this big. I've used my oven in my tiny home. It's like like an RV, tiny. It's a brand new. I bought a 2021 Keystone Cougar fifth wheel, brand new. Got it off the lot. I love it. It's got a great winter package and solar package. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's never super extreme. But your stove is really small. Everything is small. I do have 4 burners, which is cool. I just don't use it. I use an induction cooktop, and I need space. So most of my tiny bakeware sits in an oven, and then of course I have an air fryer that's an actual oven. So this obviously isn't going to fit in anything I've got. And this guy's going to start at $8, brand new. It's got that nice Teflon liner. It's just whatever that liner is, but it's non-stick, so that you get this beautiful. It's brand new. So I'm going to run that. This is the Let It Snow pattern by Nordic Wear. These are pretty pricey pieces, but I just felt like, here we go. Thanks for looking. There's so many shows going on tonight too. Some of them are like radical, how many pieces people have, and it's nuts. Of course, there's my shop too. Don't forget, I'm a rock collector. I collect antiques, things like that. Thank you for joining, guys. Thanks for joining. Look in my shop at the Christmas. I've already run it through. I'll show it to you again. I'm happy to rerun it. But what I want to do is show, I have this really cool lipstick holder. It's a stunning piece, to be honest. And it's a vintage lipstick holder. It's by Matson Rose. It's a signed piece actually. La 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 la. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to start it at $8. It's very gilded. So lipstick tubes have the traditional size, but there were skinnier tubes as well. This holds 5 standard tubes, and then the smaller tubes, which women used in their handbags to travel. And then there's 4 of those. So it holds 9 lipstick tubes. Somebody that repurposes everything took it and ran a ribbon at the bottom or cardboard with some ribbon over it, made it look really pretty, and turned it into like a pen holder. Things like this. This is a very old piece. The marking, it's Matson, and that's right here. I don't know if the whatnot cameras are designed to really do a good job at that, but it's got the marking as well. So I am going to run this. We're starting this at $8. This is a cool piece. This is just absolutely stunning. Just the amount of work that an artist went into, you know. Everything so I'm all about minimalism, but it doesn't have to look like you're living in a cardboard box with painted walls. I think it just have less of things, but have what you love, you know. Sometimes it can be gilded and it can be really elaborate. Thanks for looking. I've got some really pretty crystal stemware I just got. Oh, you're welcome, Paula. I had some items that sold in my November show, and one of the items I've been following it. It is not shipping fast at all. Pulled the tracking number and found out her items were being shipped out today from the Tennessee location, so she should be getting them, and that made me happy because sorry, get one of these. I have 3 of these. These are a Glastonbury Lotus 66 gray cut crystal cordial glass. Cordials are, I make cordials. And cordial glasses, I apologize, something's in the air. It's making me cough. My asthma is kicking in. Cordial glasses, I make a homemade cordials. I'll take fruits, sugars, it's a recipe, and vodka, and I'll let it soak for weeks and weeks, like 2 months before Christmas time, and let it sit. And I'll do my blackberry and mixed berry is the most popular, but you don't drink a lot. It's super, super rich. It's not syrupy. It's not like a liqueur, but it's rich and syrupy. But these are cordial glasses because this way people that have a wine glass holds 5 ounces of wine. This is a cordial glass. You pour it to about here. You have your sip, and it's a beautiful etching. It's not a Princess House piece. I know everybody did Princess House forever. It was during the days of home interiors and all, and Tupperware and all that other stuff. Went to so many parties, but this is an actual piece. This is discontinued. They don't even have this pattern out anymore. So anything you find, you have to get at resale or through replacements, LTD. There's the middle there. It's really pretty. There are no chips. I got this at an antique store, a vintage shop that was, I got a set and 3 of them were chipped. So it was fine. I broke the pieces up and used them in a glass art piece. But this piece here, these were 3 of these, perfect condition, no chips, mint condition. Okay, we're starting these at $6. So I'm going to go ahead and auction the first one. They're just gorgeous. You know, I made cordials. I bought it. What I did is I bought a ton of cordial glasses. I had to go to thrift stores and vintage shops to find them. And I would make cordial, and I would give these to my friends as a Christmas gift. They'd get a cordial glass with a bottle of cordial that I make a real fancy bottle for them. And that way they could have a nice Christmas cocktail. Isn't that pretty? Thanks for looking. I have 3 of these in total. So if it's something you're interested in, do let me know. Anybody looked at the shop? Anything that you want to see up close? Happy to show you. Happy to show you. 100% happy to show you. Thank you for joining, everybody. It's so good to see everybody on here. I appreciate you. This is my 3rd sale, and of course, things take a while. You're just like, oh my gosh. It's funny. I have this really cool pencil Santa. I don't know if anybody is. My mom's a pencil tree person, so everything, she kind of does everything exactly the same. So here's the pencil Santa. He's a pretty tall guy. He's not tall enough for me, but he's tall. Okay, here you go. Here's the pencil Santa. He's got that nice long beard. He's got his coat. There he is up here. He's got a nice base. It's a nice heavy base, so it won't teeter over. He was given to somebody in 1993. Well, that's cool. It was made in 1990. So it's a really cool piece. It was somebody just signed the bottom because they gave it as a gift. All right, so this one we're going to run. We're starting him at $2. Isn't he a handsome little guy? He's ready to go home with somebody. All right, thanks for looking. I've got a Harry Potter plate. If you want to look at that closer, I've got some Disney ornaments. It's a set of 4. If you collect Disney, I could show you the Disney pieces up close. They actually have the serial numbers and markings on the bottom. Let me get to ornaments. Where's my Disney? There it is. There they are. And I'm asking $10 for the whole set. So it starts with the large snowman right here. Right here. And I think they're like the young Disney. So on the bottom here, it's Disney, and it's got the serial numbers for the piece because this is part of a set. They all have a serial number underneath them. Got this one. We've got Mickey and Minnie. This is Mickey. And they're not that heavy. I thought being as large as it was, it would be heavy, but it's not. So here's Mickey. Oh, I don't know that he's a baby Mickey, maybe a younger Mickey, child Mickey. Again, you've got the Disney markings here. Thank you for joining, guys. Right here. And these don't have a single chip on them. They actually are in their case. They don't have a box, but they are in the slotted designated spaces for them in their case. Here, markings again. They almost look like a salt and pepper shaker set, but they're not. Back there. They're just shiny. My cousin has a full Disney tree. She's a Disney collector, and her entire tree is Disney. So she just thinks they're the best thing. And then, of course, Pluto. And he looks like a puppy. So it's like definitely when they were younger. Here. Right here. So I'm going to auction the whole set off. I'm going to run it as an auction starting at $10 for the entire set. Okay. You've got that. You've got Mickey, Minnie, of course, and then you've got the snowman that they're playing around. Okay. Thanks for looking, guys. Thanks for looking. I mean, the holidays are kind of getting close, and we're going to run out of. I've got some push pin ornaments. If anybody wants to see those, I'll show those again real quickly. I've got 4 left in the gold, and I have 3 in the red, green, and white. They're popular. The pink sold out first. It's gone. And, of course, that leaves me with the white ones. So let's see. Very ornate. This one. And you can see on these how fancy they are on top. Got the gold and they're like little pearls. like an amber gold pins with a gold amber pearl, and then gold again, and then you have the bric-a-brac, which is the name of that pattern is bric-a-brac. And then you've got the pins all the way around. And then the bottom is super pretty, just really fancy. So we're going to run this. We're going to start these. We start these at $5. Yeah. And I have one that is a little cheaper because it's actually missing the bottom. So I made it $3. All right. So I'll show you the red one. So the red ones are pretty fancy schmancy too. There we go. So look at this one. This one's nice. So this one is somebody just really, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bows on the bottom. It's got your fancy gold bottom piece with a pearl. There are little holly wreaths and holly leaves on the sides. Your traditional red and green tree. And then of course the top. So if you've got a vintage Christmas tree with all the felt and the flatsies and the stockinettes, this is a really nice piece to it. So this one is going. We're going to start this at $5. Yeah, and these are handmade satin Christmas ornaments. These were, it was in the 70s for sure. Thanks for looking. Because I remember we did these in a ladies group that my mom was in, that we did all this stuff together. I'm going to show you a stockinette. It's another vintage ornament. She's got a little bell. It's a Raggedy Ann. She's got her cute little gingham dress. She's got her little, she's been sitting packed away with her arm back here, so I keep pushing it forward. I need to use a curling iron, but it's really pretty. She's got a little bell, her little toes, her little lace dress, lots of hair, and that stocking face. It's with the stocking with the perfect stitching on it. She looks fantastic. So we're going to start her at $5. And we're going to let that go now. She's a pretty gal. She's just cute. And she fills in gaps on the tree. If you've got a vintage tree, you need to fill it in. Thanks for looking. We're at the end of the hour. Is there anything else anybody sees that they would be interested in? I can do a scan one more time. I mean, I do have some regular items. I've got jewelry we can go through. I've got these really neat cups. Got a set of 2 of those. Got a piece of Indiana milk glass left. Let me switch this over. I can't see what I'm doing. Got this Indiana milk glass piece here. It's got the footed. It looks good with the bottle brush tree in it. It's called a cabbage rose pattern. There we go. It's got that real pretty cabbage rose pattern. But I got a lot of things in the shop that are collectible. Really nice pieces. They have a story to them. I try to be as detailed as possible in the descriptions, so you know exactly what you're getting. And I'm fully transparent on what is in the show. Got the Nordic wear. Somebody's wanting the Nordic wear. Thank you, Nacho Mama. I appreciate you. We've got Advent, we've got Hanukkah, we've got Christmas, all in one place. And then, of course, got all these little vintage ornaments and little decorations, little candle holders, the whole set. Little angels. We've got Disney Christmas. We've got Harry Potter. It's not a bunny pan. It's the Let It Snow winter. It's the winter wreath. I'll pull it up and show it to you. It's the Nordic wear. It's the nonstick. It was a gift and I never used it, and now I'm living tiny. And it's the snowflakes. It looks like it's in a snowstorm. I wish it was a bunny pan. It's a bunt. Yes, it's a bunt pan. Yes, it's a bunt pan. It's brand new. Yeah, it's Nordic wear. Yeah, so what I can do is I'll run this one more time. Since we've got it out, I'm gonna move my tablet out of the way. Oops, a daisy. So we're gonna run that one more time because this is a great pan. People like these. They're just good kitchen items, and they look pretty. They just mine set up in a cupboard. I never baked with it. I wish I had. A B C D F G H I J K. Got to figure out a faster way to figure this stuff out, but I think it's when you have two people and someone helping you all the time. That's what happens, and then it goes quicker. But all right, kitchen. Here I am. I'm in the kitchen. Kitchen department. Welcome to my kitchen department in my shop. I have everything like K is for kitchen, V is for vintage, all of that. So I'm starting at $8 for this. All right. That's funny. Yep. I just try to say it one way and sometimes it comes out wrong. But yeah, so that is the Nordic Ware Let It Snow Bundt pan. All right, Nacho Mama. This is a nice piece, isn't it? And the non-stick is amazing. Yeah, so it comes out beautifully. You can do jello molds with these too. They don't have to be bundt cakes. You can actually use these for jello molds as well. All right, awesome win. You got it. Set it aside for you, Nacho Mama. So I'm going to do a quick scan of my what's left. I had the Christmas, and then of course we have some paintings and some prints. Got some collectibles. Thank you. This is an antique, the cookie spritzer. This has all the pieces in it. I think there's 9 pieces in here. It doesn't have all 12. It has 9. I took it apart, cleaned it. It works great. Makes great cookies. And then of course I have this racing style jacket. And then just some cute things. Got some ephemera. We've got some old collectors, swing line staples with the old metal corners on them. And of course my little box, just little trinkets. Trinkets are fun. An old toy. This is an old vintage toy. And then of course the lipstick holder. This is an antique. This is signed Matson. Vintage, believe it or not. Marbles are vintage. I didn't know that. These are cream marbles and they're a vintage collection. I've got 2 packages of these. They've never been open. Yeah, for decorating. Marbles have been popular this year. I've been seeing a lot of that. And then of course, this baby right here. My friend Lynette was looking at this last time and was working it. And it, just to kind of give you how it works. You see how fast the action is. If you get motion sick, don't look. But the action, it just works. When the power's out, you got whipped cream. If you got a top of coffee and you're making camp coffee. All right. We're winding down the hour. Is there anything else anybody wants to see? I've got a little bucket of jewelry we can look at. Got with my tablet. There we go. Just doing her, like I said, this will be better every time I'm putting a shelving system in here so that this will be its own little shop. I appreciate you all so much. It's a huge thing, something to do, people to connect with, and I hope I'll get out of this here. Just know I've been on since 5. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have another one on the 10th. I'll share it with you. I'm gonna have another show on the 10th. I'll have more items added to that. I probably will reduce the Christmas. I will have these are gonna be all probably marked down to clearance prices. If they're super valued, I'm gonna pack them away till next year. But I literally I live in a 30-foot home, so I'm literally building a spot here, but it just gives me space, and I think that'll look really cool, don't you think? It'll just be there all the time so I can take things down and put things up and stuff like that. But I just want you to know that the holidays are a hard time for a lot of people, and I know that. So I found that if I filled my time with doing things that were generous for others, that helped me a lot. And I just found something like a project to do, worked with the homeless, or found a foster care family and helped buy Christmas for them, things like that. But even just going to the store, crazy. Go to the store on payday when everybody's stressed out. Their checks are spent, their bills are being paid, and they're just losing it. Just smile at them, just give them a nice smile and just make them feel, just give them a hello and have a good day. People need that. Things are stressful otherwise, and just be kind. That's all I can say. But I think I can do a raid with this, and I don't know how to do that for sure. I know I've done one before. So let's see. I think you're allowed to raid. How do you raid there? All right. So we're going to find somebody who is needing people on their show. I don't know everybody, but I always feel bad for people who don't have a lot of people on there. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go to Twisted Roots Treasures.